Well, hey, welcome back, one and all. This is the Professor, and you are listening to the Bollywood Podcast, Episode 7. Our last episode, we crowned the king of all media, the king of all film, the ruler over Hollywood and Bollywood and Collywood and Tollywood and Mollywood and Sollywood, and that was Amir Khan. Amir Khan won the battle, the round robin. He is the champion for the year, and I think what we're going to do is maybe we'll start talking about female actresses and comparing them. Boy, we get a lot of stuff to get through today. I'm so glad that you joined us to hang out and talk a little Bollywood, talk a little film, a little reaction videos. Yes, this is going to be a good time, my friends. I kind of like to start the show off with kind of a recap of what we've done on the YouTube page. Let's start with that first. We did a video on Jabi Koye, The Way of the Saber. Really has nothing to do with the Bollywood film industry, but he is like the reigning heavyweight champion of Bollywood film reaction trailer stuff, and he sent me a link at a video that he did, and it was pretty cool, and I asked if I could react to it, and he said, yeah, no problem, man, go for it. And so we did, and we did the reaction of it. This is, I think, an exciting time, I think, for Bollywood film industry. More and more Americans are becoming aware of this film genre, and we're going to be having our first Bollywood film party at our house at the Professor's Pad in his luxurious condo that he lives in, and we're going to have some friends over. We're going to eat some pizza. We're going to play a board game. Probably a couple games. We'll have some drinks, and we're going to watch Barfi. I'm going to introduce my friends to their very first Bollywood film, Barfi. And the reason I chose Barfi is it's very much an homage, I think, to Charlie Chaplin. There's a lot of physical comedy there. You don't have to like constantly be reading the subtitles or wondering what the context is of something. It's pretty self-explanatory. So I'm excited about that. I think that will be a lot of fun. But man, I'm also like the king of tangents. I don't know if you guys notice this. I start rambling and getting off. Maybe it's because I'm old. I'm an old man, and that happens sometimes. We did a movie review for the Gangs of Wasseypur. I gave the movie a final grade of an A, and this was an epic film. You know, I think one of the things I would like to do with that film is I want to kind of find these actors and go check out their other stuff, because there were a lot of talented performances, I thought, in it, but I don't typically see these folks in stuff. Now, I'm still kind of new to the Bollywood film industry. I would say, you know, my understanding of the industry is probably now at a second grade level. I've graduated from kindergarten and gotten into the second grade of kind of understanding some things. And if you guys know, like, what are some good films that the Gang of Wasseypur crew have been in, let me know. I'd like to check that out. You can put a link in the comment, and I'll take a look at it. Then we did we reacted to a song from Bobby. It was kind of the main song, and it had to be, you know, about being a poet, I think, if I understood it right. And so we did that. Bobby was a fun film. I did a film review for it last week, and you know, I think we'll get into more classic Bollywood stuff. I'm currently watching, or it's up next to watch, and I apologize for butchering the name here. I also did a trailer reaction for this film, but I'm watching it too. It's Hum Aap Han Kun. I'm watching that film. I'm going to be doing a movie review on that. You know, it's funny because my reference point to the stars in this industry, Salman Khan, was, when I first realized who he was the Sultan trailer. And now he's in this film, and I look at him like, what? He looks so young and goofy looking, you know. He looks, you know, that young early 20s look where we're kind of, you know. Anyways, I don't know. I digress. I'll be quiet right there. speaking of Salman Khan, he had his rape comments, and and there's a lot of outrage on it. And here's the thing: what I'll say about outrage in America, like how it works when somebody famous does something like this. There are generally groups that are truly offended and outraged by when this happens, and then there's the piler honors. And I don't know the Bollywood film industry, India culture well enough to say that piler honors. I don't think he really meant the comment. I think that was his lame attempt at humor. And we did a video where I reacted to his comments. And I really kind of drew the comparison to Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson here in Hollywood says the stupidest things when he's got a couple drinks in him. Worse than I think Khan said. He says things about the Jews and about how, the Holocaust was good. And just crazy stuff. And you're like, dude, just shut up and make films. And I think that what I'm finding out about Khan, especially with the hit and run thing that happened with him, with the homeless dude, I think he's got a little bit of Lindsay Lohan in him. I think he's got a little bit of, he's too big for his britches, and that's not, I'm not trying to put the man down. That happens here too, where celebrities kind of begin to think that everything revolves around them and they can kind of do what they want to, and their world thinking and their point of view is the only correct one. And they get a little arrogant and whatnot, which is unfortunate. You see people go down that road. Because I'll tell you the truth, and I know this may sound cliche, but when it's said and done, no matter what your status is in life, you'll be lucky if you had one or two true friends to share the journey with. Whether you're rich or poor or famous or infamous or not famous, one or two friends. And I think this man is kind of showing that truly, 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 he may die alone, right? We reacted to the 17-year-old YouTuber. Somebody asked me to talk about hate speech, and this little Singapore kid was out of control, and I couldn't even get through the whole video with his montage of potty mouthness. I think what he needs is a spanking, quite honestly. I just didn't want to hear it. We did another movie review. I saw Dar at the Mall, and I gave the film an F. I think it's my first Bollywood F that I've given out. And a lot of you guys said, hey, what are you doing, man? This is crap. Why would you watch this? And here's why I watched it. See, I don't have the full understanding yet when I go through the Netflix Bollywood foreign film thing, selection to know, like, oh, good movie, bad movie. I just grabbed stuff random. And I recognized him from My Name is Khan. And that was the brother. And I thought, and then My Name is Khan, what a jerk, man. This guy was just a complete douchebag to his brother. So I thought, let's check this movie out. And this movie was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible, dude. And we did it. You can watch the movie review on it. But yeah, I wasn't happy with it. What else did we have? We did My Name is Khan movie review. And I asked the question, basically, is he overrated? SRK, I would say, is not overrated. I think he is a good actor. I think he makes poor choices like Tom Cruise does. I was torn on this film. This was the very first Bollywood film that the Warrior Queen has seen. And I kind of divide the movie into two parts. The beginning of the movie up to 9/11, then 9/11 to the end. The first part of the movie I was going to give an A to. I mean, it was just a rock solid A. It was emotional. We laughed. We cried. We held hands. It was great. The second part I just thought was terrible. I gave it an F, the second part of the film. So when you factor that together, I give it a C. Overall a C. SRK, strong performance. I thought some of the supporting cast was weak in it. They could have done better. I thought a lot of the actors that were, the white people were terrible in it. But whatever. Then we did AIB Honest Bar and Restaurant Bit Reaction. And that was fun. That was a fun video to do and look at and talk about. Then I found this little trailer, and I had no idea what this is, again, because my knowledge base for the Bollywood film industry is not extensive. And it was LSD, Love, Sex, and or Dahunka, uncensored trailer. And so I watched it, and it looked intriguing. It looked intriguing. It looked, like when I did the movie review for Dar at the Mall, I said it looked like some film students learned all the tricks that they were taught in film school. We're going to use every single one of them, frame after frame after frame. We're going to put on different colored lenses. We're going to do shaky hand cam. We're going to do, tilted angle. We're going to do all this stuff to show the professor that we understood the techniques. Right? And it was terrible. Execution was terrible. This thing here, it looked like they used some of the same techniques, but they used it properly. And it looked very intriguing. You guys have said it's a good movie. It's a good movie. It was all done on hand cams, which is pretty cool, I think. And so I'm going to check that out. Yeah, so that's kind of what we're going to be doing kind of what we've covered in the week that has passed. We've had some other videos in there, but I don't think it really probably pertains to you guys. Because I also like to watch like Christian indie film stuff because I get intrigued with people who don't have a lot of money compared to the Hollywood machine, and they have to tell a story. They want to tell a story. And some of the Christian films that we review, some of them are really good and some of them are really bad. But I'm all about the story. Let's tell the story. Let's make an effort to tell the story, right? And that's one of the things that I enjoy about the Bollywood film industry is that they're telling a story, and I don't understand what they're saying, right? So if you can convey the story to me with this huge barrier, or this huge language barrier, and I'm able to follow along and laugh and cry, man, you got something. I think you're doing it. They are very, very talented, and that's just the amazing thing about it. It's just truly the amazing thing about it. Also, I just want to mention, too, before we get going here, our website, remnantxradio.com. Again, that's remnantxradio.com. If you go to the website and you subscribe to the channel, I have a few things for you. You may say, Professor, what do you have? I am intrigued by this. You have something for us, Professor? What is it? Well, you go there, and first of all, let's just do this first. I can tangent. You click on the sponsor page, sponsor tab. When you click on that, you'll see the screen says supporting those who support us. And there's a Redbubble store down there where we sell some T-shirts and whatnot, some trinkets, and you feel free to check that out if you want to. But more importantly, Face Down Records and Humble Beast, they're two icons on the upper left-hand corner. If you click on those, these are two independent labels, unsigned artists. You can get free music from them. And that's my way of saying, first of all, thank you for checking out our channel. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. And enjoy the music. And Face Down Records is kind of metal screamo stuff, and then Humble Beast is kind of hip hop. And hopefully you'll enjoy that. But I also, I've been putting stuff up on the Bollywood page and the Bollywood page on the website, and I really enjoy it. We got a couple media players there. You can check out past episodes of the Bollywood podcast. That is up there, and we also have kind of a media player with different movie reviews, and I got the whole Bobby film up there, which I think is kind of cool, and just various stuff, and I just really hope that you guys enjoy it. And if you got any suggestions, let me know. Let's do this, man. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and take a look at maybe some of the best Bollywood actresses, and I'll get your guys' opinion on that. You are listening to Remnant X Radio. This is the Bollywood Podcast. I am your host, the Professor. Okay, well, welcome back. And if you're watching on YouTube, you may be saying, "Where'd you go?" It just sounded like you said you were going away, but now you're back. That's weird, Professor. Well, that is commercial break for the radio show. We don't have that on the YouTube, so it just goes to the very next thing. I was thinking about my list here that I wanted to go through, and I was thinking about, what do I call this list? Is this the top 10 actresses by box office? No. Is this the top 10, most famous actresses? No. I think what this is a collection here of 10 actresses that I am familiar with. and I've either seen them in something, a film, TV show, or I've read about them, as I've been researching Bollywood. And I think these are 10 actresses, some may be really famous, some may not, that I'm intrigued by and I would like to see more of their work. Some of them I'm very familiar with. One of them has actually tweeted at me, which was pretty cool. You guys let me know about that after my Mary Com movie review. So I think probably we'll start with, and I'm not going to put these in order. I'm not going to say, well, this is number 10, being that this is the 10th most intriguing actress. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of got to number them because there's 10, so don't necessarily think 10 is less than 1 or whatever. You gotta love coffee, don't you? I gotta stay hydrated. I'm going to start with my 10th most interesting actress that I would like to see more of is a woman who's actually very familiar in America. Somewhat familiar in America. She is Punjabi by nationality. She is Canadian. Also, she has worked prior to film work at a Dunkin' Donuts and a Jiffy Lube. And she was discovered by a publication here in America called Hustler and began to do nude modeling, and then got into actual hardcore porno industry here in Southern California area. She has a following here in America, and she married a fellow porn actor. I think his name's Daniel Weber. And they decided, you know what, we want to get out of this business. We really love the Bollywood films. Let's go to India and try to make this work for us. And the husband has directed some films. I don't know anything about them. Called Jism, which I'm sure is a double entendre, an American slang term. And she has been, I know, in some Indian TV and some Indian movies, but I'm not sure if there was anything mainstream about it. Let me see. Let me just check my notes. Okay, let's see. All right. She played a lead in Kalyug, or was going to play a lead in Kalyug, and then got switched out. She's been tied to Amir Khan. She was in a movie entitled Pirate's Blood, but I don't think that was necessarily Indian. I saw something here on my notes. I had it somewhere. She's in a TV show called Big Boss in Splitsvilla. It's some kind of reality TV show. Does that sound right? Splitsvilla? Let's see, Jism. She was in that film, the shootout at Waddell. Is that right? And I think I've done a trailer for that, the shootout at Waddell. Wadala. That's Wadala. And it was a Kapoor film. Tamali Vadakuri, Hate Story 2 she was in, which I know Hate Story 2. I mean, I've seen that. It's up on Netflix, and somebody asked me to take a look at it. Sing is Bling. What else has she been in? One Night Stand. I didn't know about One Night Stand, but she's going to be in. Interesting. And the thing that I find interesting about her is what a change of direction, you know. And I'm going to be rooting for her, not because I'm a big porno fan of hers, because I'm not, uh, but that really takes some kind of gumption. You know what I mean? That takes some gumption to say, you know what, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm married now. I want to get out of this industry. I've always wanted to be an actress, and I'm going to go do some stuff, and I'm going to be, I'm going to go to the Bollywood film industry and get involved in this and see what I can do. And good for her. I think in Hate Story 2, I think that out of her movie list, I think that's probably the biggest. That is probably the biggest film that I recognize out of here. You guys probably have a better idea of it than I do. And she played Pink Lips, I think was her character from Hate Story 2. And again, I've seen Hate Story 2. Not that I've actually seen the film, but that's on my list to go see. A couple of you guys have said you should check out the Hate Story films. I guess there's 2 or 3 of them. So I'm going to put her as my number 10 most interesting actress in Bollywood list. And again, this is not because that she's a great actress or whatnot, but it's kind of an underdog story I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for her to do well. I'm rooting for, boy, that's just really, just a great way of, great story, And it looks like she's going to be doing some Telugu films. And I know my enunciation of the Indian names is terrible. I know that. I wish they would just spell it out phonetically for me. Telugu? Telugu? Telugu. What do you guys think? How would I say that? Telugu. That's kind of like going to be her genre to get into, which is cool because I love that genre. They're kind of, fists and guns and running around, which I think is a good time. So she's number 10. Sunny Leone, the Canadian, Indian, American, European, back to India woman, and we'll see what she can do out of it. She's number 10. I would say number 9 on my list of, I want to see more movies of her, right? This actress, I really enjoyed her performance. I saw one of her films. And I was reading a little piece before I started the film, and I forgot some website, some little thing. And it was released, the film was released in 1973, and there was a little description of her character that she played. And they called her chubby. And I saw the film, and I was like, what are they talking about? What are you doing, chubby? Although that was 1973, and that was I remember in America, the big thing was the Twiggy look, where, all the girls looked like coat hangers, because there was no shape to them whatsoever, and everybody wanted to be like 80 pounds. They all wanted to look like, all the American women wanted to look like a barcode. Like you just go line them all up. If you put up 15 of them, it looked like a barcode. You get a scanner and scan them, find out how much that price is, or I don't know. It's early. The professor's tired. It's early or late, depending on your point of view. But my number 9 actress that I have that I really enjoyed, and I've seen one performance, and she was in the film Bobby, and that would be Dimple Kapadia. Dimple Kapadia. I was mesmerized by her performance for being such an old film. And I did a movie review on it, and there were it was a good film, enjoyable. There were some things that, just because of the age of the film, looked old, right? It looked really, really old, which is understandable. It's understandable. But I thought her performance was amazing. I thought she was a good actress. I read a thing after the film on it, and, they kind of show her now as mom/grandma, and just what an adorable actress. I mean, I was just thoroughly enjoyed her performance in Bobby. And she is somebody that if I'm now looking at films, and again, my film knowledge of the Bollywood, I'm in the process of enlightenment, right? I've graduated from the kindergarten understanding of Bollywood. I'm probably second grade. But if I see a Dimple's name in anything, I'm going to stop it and check it out because I was just so impressed with her performance as Bobby. Just what a great film. And you guys who are watching or listening, I guess you'd be listening. You could be staring at just a non-moving screen. Hit me up. Let me know what are some good Dimple movies that I should see. Because I just really thought she was just fabulous in that. Just absolutely fabulous as Bobby, and that was just a great film. Let's see. Moving on. Who should we take a look at next? Moving on. Okay, I would say probably my 8. The actress that is the most intriguing to me at number 8 is I haven't seen any of her films. I've seen her in a trailer, and I thought her performance was amazing in the trailer. And the movie was Ra1, RA1. I'm not sure how you would say it. How would you say it? I'm going to say RA1. Or Ra. I'm guessing it's going to be Ra1. And it's a Kapoor. And it is Karina Kapoor. I've also seen a trailer and footage of a movie called Refugee, which I think was her debut that she was in. And she comes from the Kapoor family. I'm guessing it's the Kapoor family, which is the dynasty really in Bollywood, and she also does some clothing too, and she's won some awards, Filmfare Awards for Best Actress and Supporting Actress. She has her own fashion line, which is kind of interesting. In America, that's usually pretty. They can go one or two ways. When an actress has their own line of something, it's either really cheesy stuff that she's just slapping her name on, or it just shows how weird they are. In America, I don't know how it is in India, if it's quality stuff or if it's viewed as favorable. It's usually just used for over-the-hill actresses, show up at Kmart with their bra line or something. It's like, oh, whatever. Nobody cares. I don't know how it is with her. Maybe it's great stuff. Maybe everybody's excited to go out and get the newest Kapoor, onesie jumper thing. I just found out about jumpers. My wife was explaining to me what a jumper was. And I thought that was somebody who killed themselves off of skyscrapers. But she said, no, it's an actual kind of outfit. And she was picking out a jumper when we were shopping together, and with Captain America all over it, because my wife loves Captain America. She is like the most patriotic woman I've ever met, person for the love of America and the red, white, and blue. Anyways, I digress. So I would have to say we had the 10 Sunny Leone, 9 Dimple Kapodia, number 8 Karina Kapoor. Karina Kapoor, I think, is going to be number 8. And I know she's been in some blockbusters, and I just think as a student of Bollywood, I should become more familiar with her work, more familiar with her body of work. I mean, you know what? I have seen something, and I think she was in 3 Idiots. Which is one of my favorite movies of all time. 3 Idiots is amazing. Wow, I wonder if that was her. Yep, it looks like she was in 3 Idiots. Wow, that was 2009. That was that long ago. That was a great film, by the way. Don't you guys think so? I love 3 Idiots. Loved it. So she was in 3 Idiots. So I have seen some of her work. Well, good for her. That was a good film, and they kind of list up a bunch of other different films that she's been a part of and different things. So I would put that as number 8. Boy, there's just so many actresses to get through. You know that when you watch the films and different. I mean, I've even, as I was kind of researching, I was looking at like older films, what would be considered important films in the Bollywood film industry. How not just kind of flash in the pan, because in America and Hollywood we have this where you'll get like a magazine model that's kind of hot for 3 or 4 months. They'll make the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition, and now they want to try to force them into becoming actresses and capitalize on that. And I understand that. But a lot of times you're just like, she can't talk. She sounds, if you guys want to see something just completely ridiculous, there was a model in America when she was young. She was the guest model. Her name was Anna Nicole Smith. And I was a young man when she hit the scene as a guest model, and she kind of captivated America, like Marilyn Monroe. And she did some nude pictorials, and she tried to branch out into other stuff. And she did a film, and it is a complete disaster. Like, she was drugged up. She wasn't smart to begin with, and she was drugged up. And they had to put a little earpiece in her ear for her, and then say the lines for her, and she just would have to listen to it and then repeat it. But they couldn't say like a whole sentence because she couldn't remember it, so they had to do it like 2 words at a time. So imagine a dialogue where there's a character who's just talking and flowing, and you're waiting for the response from Anna Nicole Smith is like, "Yes, I understand what you are." It was just like, what a train wreck, man. And she ultimately, there was a reality TV show, I think, for a while, and then ultimately, I think she overdosed on drugs. I think so. I think that's boy, it's been so long. But, so you have people like that, and they may have gotten into, maybe that's what Sunny Leone's going to be, I don't know. But I kind of wanted just to bypass and just try to dig a little bit, because I wanted this just not to be a tantalizing top 10 where everybody's want to listen to it just to hear what they are and see some pictures of women. I wanted to try to map this out so I can improve my Bollywood knowledge, so I can kind of improve my understanding of the film industry. That's kind of where I want to go with this. I want to take just a quick detour, if I may. I got an email, and it was pretty cool, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I did a trailer reaction some time ago on a film. Let me see if I can find it here. I probably should. Cursed be non-preparation, right? It is Y Films, and they have I saw a trailer for something called The Ladies' Room, and I watched the trailer, and I laughed hysterically. It was one of the funniest things that I've ever seen. I had a great time with it, and I did the trailer review, and somebody pointed out and said this is going to be a web series. This isn't a trailer. I said, "Oh, okay, that's cool. It's still funny. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'll check it out and see if I can find it." Well, the people who are behind it reached out to me, which was really cool, and they said, "Hey, Professor," they called me Professor, which I thought was pretty funny. They said, "Hey, Professor, we saw you review the movie trailer, and we really, really appreciate it. Would you take a look at, this is a web series, would you take a look at it and kind of respond to it?" So I'm going to be doing a ladies' room response to their episodes, and they're on YouTube, and the company is Y Films, and I'll see if I can put a link into the video here for you. So anyways, I digress on that, but I wanted to share that with you as we were talking before I forgot my actual point here about it, right? Because that's really, really easy to do. I start to get going and then I like veer off into nowhere. You guys watch my reaction videos, you'll see where I start to talk. And next thing you know, I'm talking about something completely different. That's the joys of being a middle-aged man, I think. The memory, short-term memory, starting to go on me. Oh no! Oh boy! Oh boy! So what do you guys think of the list so far? Sunny Leone, I think, is going to be a mixed bag. Who knows what you'll get out of her? But I root for her. It's the underdog. It's the Rudy story. It is perhaps maybe this can turn out to be a form of SRKism of somebody who is just going to take over the industry and not be a problem. Dimple, what do you guys think about Dimple? What film should I see of Dimple? And Karina Kapoor, I've seen Three Idiots. I want to see Refugee. That sounds intriguing to me. If you guys are Karina Kapoor fans, let me know, what film should I be seeing of Karina Kapoor? What is the film that you guys like? Oh, no, you got to see this. This is the one that you absolutely got to see. And I'll check them out. I'll put them on my list. And just on a side note, again, another side note here. What I'm doing right now, because I see you guys are sending me all kinds of trailer requests, and that's great and awesome, and I make a note of them. But I think one of the things that I've just kind of been focusing on a little bit is I want to get through some of the films, and I am working on a review for Hum. Oh boy! Again, I apologize for the pronunciation. Let me give this my best try here. Hum Ape Han Kun trailer. I did a trailer for that. I watched the film. Excuse me, and I'm gonna be working on a review for that I hope to get up. I have the film. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you go to my website, remnantxradio.com, again, that's remnantxradio.com, you go there and you click on the Bollywood page. There's a media player that has some of the movie reviews, it has some trailer reactions, but it has some Bollywood specific things in here. I have 2 movies on my website that you guys can go check out. You go Relive Bobby. Bobby's on there, and the LSD film is on there. And I may be putting up the ladies' room so you guys can watch that too. So anyways, it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat to go to the website and watch the films and whatever. I mean, maybe I'm just dorking it up. Let me do this. Let's go ahead and let's end the episode here on the Bollywood podcast. And next week we'll pick it up and we'll talk about another 3 of the most interesting actresses out there that I find interesting for various reasons. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So please do this. Please share your thoughts on the actresses that I've talked about, on films that I should be checking out. Suggest who do you think, who are 3 that you think, because I got my 10 list, and it'd be interesting to see how my list compares to your list. So do that. And then I would also say, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel. That way you can stay up to date on all of our latest videos, our trailer reactions, our movie reviews, our podcast videos. And with that being said, namaste. I will catch you guys later.